Technical difficulties notwithstanding, here we go. It is 6:35. We're just getting started with our committee of the whole meeting. I'd like to welcome Deb Prado, our CEO from the Rapid, and Bill Kirk, our community, I'll still call him our community relations, but external relations, government affairs from the Rapid, and really our PR person and somebody that I've grown to appreciate a lot over the last couple of years. So the floor is yours. We're going to discuss Rapid Connect this evening.
All right, there we go. Thank you, Mayor. Appreciate you making some time for us to interrupt your dinner this evening. As the Mayor mentioned, I'm going to talk about a new service we launched in January that is currently in a beta testing phase called Rapid Connect. I'll give a little bit of background on how we got to this point and then just run you through the logistics of the service and where we're headed as far as ramping things up. And I'd love to take any questions, both at the end of the presentation, but if anything comes up while I'm speaking, feel free to just jump right in and ask questions while we're going through. So by way of background here, Mayor Carey and Commissioner Gilbert have heard this story so many times they could probably give this presentation part of it. But the reason that we recently launched this service, it's kind of the end of a process that we've been going through for the last 18 months to 2 years. In the transit industry, we call it a comprehensive operational analysis. We tend to be overly technical with our terminology, but the nuts and bolts of a COA are we look at our current service offerings throughout our service area, and within our current budget, we look at changes that we can make to our services to better reflect the demand that we've seen and the growth that we've seen since the last time we've done wholesale changes. So typically, transit authorities will do some sort of master planning effort every 10 years or so. The last time we engaged in one at the Rapid was in 2010. But a COA is a way to kind of do a check-in between master plans. Master plans are much more aspirational. They generally involve service expansions, new funding sources, things of that nature, whereas a COA is really what is the revenue and the budget we're working with now, and how could we move our service around just to change things to serve our customers better. So that process led to some significant changes in our overall bus system, in our fixed route system. We realigned some routes, we changed some schedules, we are serving some new destinations. I won't go into the details of that, but that's kind of part of this project. And then one of the elements of that was this mobility on demand service that I'll be talking about tonight. We identified 2 areas in our service zone, which for any of you that may not be familiar, it's the 6-city area. So it's Walker, Kentwood, Granville, East Grand Rapids, and Wyoming. So we serve that metro area. Throughout this process, we've identified, and I'm sure you all are very aware, that the portions of Walker, especially around 3 and 4 Mile Road, have been historically underserved by the public transportation system, especially in the last few years as we've seen some pretty significant growth. Certainly in the manufacturing sector, but residential as well. And as you all know, that's only going to continue to grow. So we realize there's a significant need for public transportation services in the northwestern part of Walker, as it were. So that's where we're looking to land this, or we have landed this on-demand service. The difference between this service and what you see with our fixed route buses, our 40-foot buses, is really flexibility. It provides different types of options that connect with our fixed route service, but we're really excited because this is a brand new thing for us. This is going to involve smaller vehicles, this is going to involve new technology, and as I mentioned, just more flexibility for our customers. So on-demand transit, sort of writ large within the transit industry, is kind of what you see here. Geographically specific identified zones that have